the sound of Lagos. Time check right now is 8, and usually on mainland and contribution on those focal points. And today we're going to be looking at the failed Ijora Bridge and live transmission of the tribunal proceedings and of course I will start with its presidential election petition tribunal. They get carried along elect Bola of Tinubu as winner of the 2023 presidential election. And in the court was not only surprising but also dangerous, as it could prejudice the court. He said Atiku should not be allowed to turn the court to a football stadium or crusade. They are supervised, which FUAD was able to cast would be manipulation put out there, and then without context. So you just imagine it just gives room for a bogus interpretation. All right. The electoral body, in their own objection, said the court is for serious business and not a marketplace where anything goes. He maintained that the request is unnecessary and uncalled for and should not be granted. So now we're looking at this from this angle. We're asking these questions now. Do you think a live transmission is necessary as demanded by the Atiku legal team? Will that be a distraction to the court process in itself? Because by the time everybody is watching as it is going on, before the next date, people would have said a lot of things that could one way or the other influence what is happening in the court. So do you think it will be a distraction to the court process in itself? So those are the major angles that we're looking at as regards live transmission. And I would also like to ask, are you interested in knowing what will be happening inside the tribunal? There was a picture that was going around on social media last week that, see this person that went to go and, fight for his mandate is sleeping. Conversations like that started, and then before you know it, that, this person is not serious, look at him, he's not taking it serious.
And that's even just a picture.
And that's just a picture. So imagine where, you have judges saying things and you have lawyers saying things.
And then people are now misinterpreting.
People that don't know anything about the law, they don't know the constitution, they will have their own opinions. All right, so that is as regards live transmission of tribunal proceedings. We're asking, do you think a live transmission is necessary as demanded by the Atiku legal team? And do you think it will be a distraction to the court process in itself? All right, so that's the first focal point. The second one is as regards the failed Ijora Bridge. That's Ijora Olokpa. So there's going to be a diversion starting from today at the Ijora Olokpa Bridge. Although, yes, we announced during our traffic report this morning as regards, alternative routes that have been provided for people, passing that particular area. We have residents are saying, they're blaming shoddy jobs, lack of supervision, the reason why that bridge why there's that issue there, and also heavy duty trucks pass that area a lot. And now we're asking, how badly is the public infrastructure managed in Lagos? FUAD mentioned something that it's not just about lack of supervision. What about the maintenance culture? Do we even have a maintenance culture at all? When we mentioned earlier that the Minister of Works mentioned last year when we were talking about when there was the fire at the Akwongo bridge that people are not supposed to be living there, but you have people living there, you have people
There's a big market there.
There's a huge market under that bridge. FUAD mentioned earlier that there's Ojuelegba Bridge, there's a public toilet that's built underneath it. There's a motor park underneath the bridge. All right, so you have
even host parties there.
Yes, they use it as hall. All right, so now is the government proactive enough about dangers on bridges and other public infrastructure? How best can contractors to projects be supervised to ensure quality delivery? Because we're talking about lack of supervision, we're talking about shoddy jobs. How can they be properly supervised to ensure that they are using the right amount of materials, right quality materials? You look at buildings are dropping like flies almost every month in Lagos, and a lot of all this you look at first is the quality of the materials they use, and oversight. Thank you very much. So now we're looking at how badly is public infrastructure managed in Lagos, I think generally speaking as well. And is the government proactive enough about dangers on bridges and other public infrastructure? I don't know when last you were on 3rd Mainland Bridge, FUAD, when you're passing Third Milan Bridge, some of those links are
Opening up again, yeah, the
They're
joints.
opening up, the joints are opening up again. So, I mean, is the government proactive enough about all of these dangers? What are they doing about them? How best can contractors to projects be supervised to ensure quality delivery? You know, you have bridges built, and then, you know, one would think that after every few months, or after every 3 years, after every 5 years, you go and check it. Is it still standing? Is it still not standing and all? So those are the two major focal points that we're going to be looking at this morning on Mainland Focus. We'll open up the phone line very, very soon. But before then, FUAD live transmission and Field Ijora Bridge. Very quickly.
Well, I'll make it very fast. Again, when it comes to live transmission of course proceedings, it's not new. I think the presidential election tribunal in Kenya was done live. I think people watched it live. That was in Kenya, and so it's not anything new. But the reality is that, again, you know, we are in an era where there's a lot of disinformation, deliberate manipulation of information.
Oh my goodness, it's scary.
It's scary. Yeah, I must say. Yeah, you know.
I was at a gathering one day and they were saying, the lady that was cooking the food, that is a lie. This was she's taking drugs. She's taking coffee.
You know, so I again, as communications, you know, persons, we know that there's disinformation, deliberate malinformation. There's also and all of that. You know, so. I think, again, it's left for the courts to decide if they really want their proceedings transmitted live or on TV. But like I said, there's enough to give the people details of the proceedings. The papers will continue to report it. There are reporters who take reports of the proceedings. The only problem is that it's not transmitted live on TV. But there are reporters in the courts. There are people who take details of the proceedings and report it in our newspapers. But if the court thinks so, for sake of national interest has been demanded for by the article legal team, well, they may grant it. But if they don't, I think there's enough. The media has enough people on ground. They are always there anyways to cover the proceedings and bring it to the... And that's why we have almost like a daily update of the proceedings of the court. Again, we have to be careful. We're in very critical times where there's a lot of misinformation, especially when it comes to social media. People can manipulate anything and everything. Peter Obi is even already saying that, look, there's somebody who is even mimicking his voice. I think he said that yesterday, that people should be wary of someone out there who is mimicking his voice and
sending voice notes.
Sending voice notes and all of that. That's to tell you. So just imagine that, look, there's a court proceeding being transmitted live, and then unfortunately somebody manipulates the whole thing and puts it out there. Unfortunately, a lot of people on social media don't even fact check anything.
No.
They just like to share. They share and make comments and pass judgments. So and most of the comments you see are majorly based on emotions, not anything facts or critical thinking, just sentiments and all of that. So I think that, look, maybe for sake of sanity, we may just have to make do with reports in the papers as the proceedings go on. But again, if the court say they want it transmitted live, so be it. Then on the issue of maintenance, again, I'm going to say we need a governor that will be very proactive about these things. Yes, some of these things are federal roads, federal infrastructure, but they are right here in Lagos State, so they need to be paid. Special attention needs to be paid to our bridges. The way we manage them and the situation of the bridges, I must say, are very appalling. You know, people cooking, people having parties, people using it as car parks, all manner of things go on there. The last time I went to Ijora, I was telling the person that drove me that, hey, I'm not going to come here again. The chaos, the madness, you know, you have tankers, you have people selling oil, there's a block factory somewhere. The Akpomo bridge that happened last year was a result of cooking under the bridge. Yeah. The fire came as cooking under the bridge. How again, this is a mega city. Is that not what we call it?
No, they're pushing towards being
okay.
A
So
city.
I think we need to pay attention to our public infrastructure. Lagos is a state that should be handled by somebody who is ready to pay attention to those little things. You pay attention to the big things, but again, governance is also about paying attention to little things, because again, it has to be all round.
Thank you very much, FUAD. There you have it. Now we have two focal points, so let's get your thoughts on this. We're opening up the phone line very soon. You have just 2 minutes when you call in. Go straight to the point. Share your thoughts. 1 minute per, point, and then we move on to the next caller. After 2 minutes, we give you, warning signs, and then we move on. So you can call in 0913 6000 410, 0913 6000 410. For text messages and WhatsApp messages, it's 0913 6000 430. 0913 6000 430. That's the number to send your text message and WhatsApp messages to. You can as well drop your comments on our Facebook and YouTube live at Mainland 98.3 FM. You can watch the program live. You can, drop your comments there as well. We'll also take it live on air. And so you have so many options to share your thoughts and contribution as regards the two focal points this morning. Live transmission of the Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal, to be or not to be. And also the Ijora Field, the Ijora Bridge, or the Ijora Field Bridge. All right, what do you think as regards the maintenance culture, the lack of supervision, as regards, projects in Lagos, especially the dangers that comes, on these bridges and all? Let's have your thoughts this morning. 2 minutes straight to the point. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, FUAD, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
And the lady there, Sandra, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah,
Thank
both
you.
from Itolo.
Okay.
Okay, morning, Moses.
No for me. You don't televise something as grave as judicial matters. Imagine, we know our climb, we know our culture, we know how we have so many drama queens. Imagine a Dino Melai in court and what he may turn the court to be. You know how people can just want to form.
He will behave himself. Contempt of court is there to deal with that.
You think Dino has regard to some people? You saw what he did at the tribunal now? Sorry, when they were giving the result. So, it's not for fun that there is this magazine that as grave as a judge. A judge is expected to be that sober-minded. He has no time for frivolity. Yes, some things may be taken for granted in other arms of government, but not judiciary. Why must we compare ourselves with Kenya? What did Uhuru Kenyatta do as president? Eventually when he emerged. So for me, it's a no-no. Who is afraid of the shadows? The judges, they will carry out justice right. It reminds me of the story in the Bible. Oh, two prostitutes had children. One had a son, the other one had a son. One killed her own son by herself. The other one survived. They took it to King Solomon. What do? The one guilty one that had killed her own son said, oh, let us cut the child into two. Then Solomon thought that a true mom would not say this. If you have carried someone in your womb for 9 months, you won't be thinking of cutting the child into two and gave it to the real mother. So who is afraid of what is televising what? If your candidate imagines truly has the case, he will win. And after all, the media is there to cover. And I'm sure they will make this as open to as many. But to televise it and make a circus of something very grave, I am not for that. Concerning our maintenance culture, I don't want to buy anything. Good morning.
It's okay. By all of us. Are you not part of us? Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Sandra.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. John.
Yeah, John from Ogba. Yes, televising at the lab. You know, we have the headlines mob in the social media. Who believes that they knows it all? And they are. I'm sorry to say this. That is what it is. That is what they are headless. They cannot think. They don't visit issues with 360 degrees mindset because they just want things to go their way. They come up with frivolous pedestal issues, and their mind has restricted. Are these kinds of the society you want to televise? They better not set this country on fire. If it were to be a mature society now, are you with me? Politically, democratically, I would say yes. But here we are in Nigeria, some cling to existing cleavages, religious, and I don't know. They should not televise it too, because before you know it now, people will doctor it. Even as they are televising, people will will interpret their own way. That is one for Ijora Bridge failure. That is just you can just suppose it with those people that want to conduct elections. Say they have spent. We are full of waste. We are a wasteful nation. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate Mr. John. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
Good morning.
Sandra, good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Va, good morning.
Good morning.
Honestly, I don't want to really be mischievous this morning. But for me, I think if we can televise it, make it live, it will in fact, it will very much better. My stand is this. Why do we doctor all those things? Why do we roll around with fake news? It's because we don't have access to the original one. If the whole thing is live broadcast, everyone will see it. Whoever doctor anything here and there will not be accepted. People will not flow with it because they have already seen the real thing on TV. And aside that, this one one will make Nigerians to believe that if Ashwati truly won, or if anything happens, let's sustain this spirit of justice in this country. If we can all agree that yes, this is a true winner, we are fine with it. Politics is not a game of do or die. Let us actually celebrate it. Okay, this is a winner, fine, and let's actually move on. But if we have a kind of thought that yes, this person is not truly the winner, then a lot of things will come up. And in fact, it can even make the incoming government to lose legitimacy on the part of the Nigerians. But if we make it live, everyone will see it. Everyone will see it, and people will have that confidence that yes, this man is our leader, and people will actually support him, back him up. That's my son. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much, Mr. Damlola from Alaba. Just in case you are wondering, this is Mainland 98.3 FM. We are having a conversation on Mainland Focus as regards the Ijora Field Bridge and also live transmission of the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal. Hello, good morning. Yes, good morning.
Yes, INEC told us that the election was free. Chris from Magboro.
Okay.
Chris from Magboro.
All right.
All right.
Yes, if INEC is very sure that what they did was transparent, it was everything that they said it was, why are they now saying that why are they afraid for this thing to be broadcast live? If APC is sure that they actually won the way they said they won, everything was okay, everything was fine, there was no, why are they now afraid? Or why are they telling us that it should not be televised live? This is what we are talking about. If you know that you are confident that you actually won this election, let everybody see how you won the election. The process is what we want. Was the process credible? Was this free? Was it fair? Was everything okay? That's what Nigeria is interested in. Now you are saying that they should not transmit the thing live. So what are we talking about? Which means there's a shady deal somewhere. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much. All right.
It's already passing judgment.
and we have not started seeing anything. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, my name is Uche.
All right.
Yes, I'm calling from Solere.
All right.
I don't know the reason why APC, INEC, and Tinubu lawyers are trying to hide from televising the process or the proceedings. What are they hiding? Every Nigerian wants to be part of it, and everybody cannot come to the court. You cannot imagine people coming from Abuja, Port Harcourt, and different parts of Nigeria because they want to come and be part of the proceedings. We can watch it from our own houses. That is how it's done all over the world. Even American president had to appear in the court, and the whole world was watching it at CNN. If we have the privilege to watch it live, nobody will doctor anything. I don't know the reason why INEC is always at the side of APC and Bola Tinubu. They are supposed to be the umpires, and they are not supposed to be biased. Look at what is happening at the tribunal when Obi and the INEC went to the court yesterday. They asked them to bring out the electoral materials, and they are refusing to bring it out. And now, these are the things that people can doctor. The INEC people will say Obi did not pay. Obi will say they wanted to pay, they refused, and all those things. People will be speculating. But if we watch it live, all the whole proceedings going live, everybody will be sure of what is going on. Nothing will be hidden. So I don't see the reason why they are afraid. The court is a public place, and everybody cannot be there. So for the benefit of confidence, they should televise it, please.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Of course, I mean, everybody's going to come with their own angle as regards why they think it should be.
Or it should not be.
Hello, good morning.
Hello. Good morning. My name is Damlola.
Damlola. Good morning. You're welcome.
Mine is this. Why they're scared of televising the road? It shouldn't be a problem now. If you have no skeleton in your cupboard, then why are you scared of people checking what's in your cupboard? To me, at least the put-up panel was shown live, and I think showing it live would actually reduce disinformation. Because why do not tell me black when I watch the white? There's something you used to say, which I used to hold on to, perspective, particularly from the press. If you want to say Damilola is British, there is a way you can make people to go that route. You understand? But my mom that gave birth to me knows that I am in Nigeria. You understand? She can say because I want to be me. So why are they actually scared of showing it live? It shouldn't be a problem. After all, nobody is telling them to cover the payment for coming to show now. Even if they show it live, I'm sure Lagos Mainland will be willing to go there and feed us live and watch proceedings. It shouldn't be a problem. Because the way, fine, I know INEC would always support APC. They are not biased. They are also, they just want to show that they are right. They've done right. They've done well. So they must do everything. But there are some things they are doing that is not making look as saying they are biased. Imagine saying people they should pay before materials can be changed. If not, they can only bring 30%. In their budget, legal matters wasn't a part of it. See, if they keep going, this election in Nigeria will continue to be, tickets in Nigeria will continue to be gotten by the rich. Imagine me that don't have money now. Where will I get money to be doing all these things? They are making it so laborious. Let it still be beyond now. Electoral reform should be changed. We watched the end of Kenya. We saw how it went. Thank you very much and have a blessed.
All right, thank you very much, Damlola. We appreciate that. Damlola, oh, that's
on
true.
transit.
Back to back. We had Damlola from Alaba and Damlola on transit. Thank you very much. The conversation this morning, just in case you're just tuning in, this is Mainland 98.3 FM, and the conversation on Mainland Focus this morning, we're looking at the request by Atiku, the Atiku legal team, that the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal should be broadcast live so everyone can watch the proceedings. But then INEC, what does an NPC? INEC and APC and the president-elect's legal team are saying, oh no, of course, for different reasons from different quarters and all of that. Do you think it should be broadcast live, or do you think it will be distraction to, the court process? We're also looking at the Ijora Field Bridge. Right now that particular, that Ijora Lokpa place has been closed off to traffic, although there are alternative routes, as mentioned earlier. But what do you think as regards the maintenance culture, or as regards projects, especially in Lagos, the bridges in Lagos? What do you think, what are the proactive measures that, the government in Lagos can put in place as regards, the bridges?
Safety of the bridges.
Safety of the bridges, yes, let's put it that way. All right, 0913-6000-410. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Ola.
All right.
Yeah, I just want to remind all of us. When President Clinton was on the stage, he has an issue with the Willinski, if you remember. And that particular, was, broadcast live. So in CNN and the local Fox TV station, everybody all over the world, everybody watches. And why is this one different? How can this one be different? This is the election that Nigeria, came out massively and vote and expected a better result. And now, the INEC has turned everything over. What they have said they wanted to do from the beginning to be a transparent, this and that, they did not say anything. Now, the case have been taken to court. Are we still going to be in darkness? Why can't they now just give us, okay, we all how many people are spoken? And not all Nigeria can go to Tribuna and watch that. We can also as well watch it from. It's just like when Nigeria is playing football. All of us cannot go to the national stadium. So it's just confused that we be there and supporting. Then we at the back, then we back up. That is all. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate. Hello, good morning. Oh, lost that one. All right. Hello, good morning.
Sandra.
Yes, Mr. Kangbelina.
Good morning. Mr. FUAD.
Good morning.
Morning, sir. You see, there was something that happened in my village. A particular person went and stole somebody's yam in the yam bank. So there was a town crier that came the following morning that everybody should assemble at the market square. They want to prove who stole that yam. Meanwhile, the person that stole the yam became agitated. That why do they want to do that? It started discouraging people. not to attend that this thing. But at the end of the day, what happened? It was discovered that it's him that stole the yam. What am I saying?
What year did this incident happen in your village?
This scenario.
What year?
Hold on now, I'm coming. These people that are trying to prevent people from watching this thing live, they know what they are doing. They know what they are doing. All of them, they have teamed up now. Both the ruling party and the other one that is coming in, and everybody, they have teamed up with INEC. They don't want us to see it live. They want to cover it. At all this time, since this thing happened, they have been. If you say like this, they say you want to truncate democracy. They say like this, you want to truncate inauguration. We are saying everything that you see. It is very difficult to steal. It is very difficult, though. It's very difficult to steal. So our mandate has been stolen.
Allegedly. Because you keep saying steal. Hey, Mr. Okangbelina, you are saying steal. Nobody has stolen anything until the court said so.
I did not call anybody.
You have been calling names now. You said the ruling party, the INEC, and you know. Let's be a bit cautious with our words.
We have been robbed of our mandate.
Nobody robbed you.
Mr. Okangbelina, see why we're asking this question if we should broadcast live or not.
I talked about the man that stole yam. I didn't talk about anything. I talked about the man that stole yam.
You say mandate, not yam now. But it's okay.
It's only that man that I'm talking about.
Is that right?
Okay.
Thank you.
I didn't talk about any other person.
Thank you, Mr.
But
Okangbelina.
didn't tell us the year that yam stealing happened.
It's all right. It's okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Okangbelina. Here we are now. I mean, imagine if we were having a live broadcast. I'm not saying, I'm just saying, the person who called earlier gave valid reasons why
he thinks it should be. Ghana did it, Kenya did it, but
so yes. So we're asking the question. Just call in, give us your thoughts. You can share scenarios.
Why you think
it should be or should not be. All right. And also we have the
people are not even bothered with the bridge.
The Ijora Bridge conversation. That's what I wanted. We have the Ijora Bridge conversation as well on the table.
Public utilities
what are your thoughts as regards our maintenance culture and supervision? Especially, you do think the government is proactive enough about dangers on bridges and other public infrastructure? And how do you think they can be supervised? Contractors can be supervised for quality delivery. Okay, 0913-6000-410. But before we go back to the phone lines, I have a message here on Facebook in our comment section. Somebody has turned our comment section to sell their goods, but it's okay, we'll forgive you. All right, so we have Prince Leo Ozoma sharing his thoughts on our Facebook Live. He said, live telecast has changed a lot of milestones in Nigeria positively. I remember the Oputa panel where a lot of striking revelations were made. Obasanjo's third term debacle, that was scuttled because of live broadcast where people who had collected bribe to grant Obasanjo's request couldn't. Therefore, I vote for live broadcast. The question is, if everything done by INEC were transparent, then who is afraid of live broadcast? Thank you very much, Prince Leo Ozoma, for sharing your thoughts. Good morning. All right, and that is a comment from Facebook. Don't forget, you can as well drop your comments there on Facebook at Mainland 98.3 FM and as well on YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. Okay, thank you. Let's go back to phone lines now. Hello, good morning.
Sandra, good morning. Oh.
Good morning.
And FUAD.
Good morning, Mr. Leo, right?
No, Joe.
Joe, yeah, I know. Joe from Bariga. Yes. Good morning.
FUAD, let me quick it up. FUAD, is it constitutional to showcase our when they were in court? Is it constitutional?
It's at the discretion of the court.
The court decides.
The court decides.
Okay, court can decide. Why not? Well, if we want to show it, why not show it? There's no big deal about it. And then let us not think it this way that INEC is trying to cover up something. So it's not a big deal anyway. Thank you. This is my position, okay?
Thank you, Mr. Joe.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right. 0913-6000-410. Hello. Okay, let's take some messages now. We'll be back to phone calls in a bit. I have here, good morning, Mainland FM. INEC chairman and Tinubu are not bigger than Nigeria. We want to see everything going on in there live. That's why he announced. Okay. Engineer Bonnie from Ali Mosho. Thank you very much. I appreciate. Good morning, Mainland FM. If they spent 200 billion naira to prepare for census, which has not helped, I wonder how much they will spend on the real head count. For me, the real problem is that nobody will hold them accountable. Mr. Kangbelina from Mafoluku, thank you very much. Off topic though. Hi, Mainland FM. In respect to the Ijora Bridge, we have management problems with our projects and infrastructures, as we are good to create projects. But over time, how well do we manage these structures? Our government is reactive and not proactive, as almost all these bridges now have inhabitants who have created small communities under the bridges. And now, when they now gain ground and the government wants to take actions, it will lead to ethnic politics. See Alabara go and see how it has now turned to ethnic sentiment when the police wanted to raid the police over crime allegations. Oga FUAD, hope you heard of the level of killings at Alakija Bridge in Festac. Maybe you guys should do an investigative journalism and see the influx of people from a certain tribe, Agberus and motorparks under the bridge. Let the government clear the bridges now before it's too late. Thank you very much for bringing that to light. You know, I think bridges in Lagos, actually, we need to look
have become black spots here for manner of crimes.
We need to dig deep into it. Sometime 2 weeks or so ago on community platform, the community platform team, they went to the Oshodi here to, you know, have a conversation as regards the bridge there. So I think it's something that should be, you know, a feature on its own, where we just look deep into it. It says something. The government is reactive and not proactive.
Something happens and they jump into it and they begin to make statements ahead. Yeah.
Good morning, Sandra and FUAD. The way people fall for political sentiment is so laughable. Same way Apapa was assaulted in court. If it was Atiku that won the elections, I'm sure he wouldn't be calling for a live transmission of tribunal proceedings with an unregulated social media in Nigeria where anything posted is unverified. Of what use is the live broadcast? Will the viewer have inputs? What happened to reports from Prince Media? I beg, this is not Anthony Joshua boxing match or UEFA Champions League. Joseph from Ogba, thank you. This is Abraham Ayotunde from Ikeja, Lagos, saying Nigerians want to be part of the court process, so let the courts make the right decision. That's a very diplomatic answer. Live broadcast will restore confidence to the people and make the judgment more credible. But court should be allowed to take the decision on whether it should be televised or not. Jerry from Ikeja. Good morning to the fine girl and fine boy in the studio. This is Biodun in transit. Okay. We have a lot of transit people. Yeah. You're all welcome.
Lagos makes you remain in transit.
That's interesting about Lagos. Oputa panel was televised. Did the nation crumble? Some people are just being deliberately petty and immature. Let the court decide. As for the bridge, things will continue to remain the same in Lagos until there is change of power from this government to a prudent one. What is commercial activities and makeshift houses doing under bridges in the first place? Thank you very much, Abiodun. We appreciate. Top of the morning, Sandra and FUAD. Sincerely, I wonder why televising a judicial proceeding to guarantee transparency and openness of the process is an issue in a 21st century Nigeria. After all, Opita panel and even Boromiro, an old quasi-judicial platform.
You call it quasi. Wonderful.
Were televised live.
Boromiro is not a court.
It will be highly welcome to televise the whole judicial processes from the tribunal, even to the Supreme Court if possible. It is unfortunate and shameful that a so-called megacity of over 2 decades, continuous and uninterrupted political administration still has these elements of backwardness and retrogressions pervasive in it. Echo for sure. We can always do much better than this. Leke from Alimosho, thank you very much. And the messages keep pouring in. We'll come back to messages in a bit. Let's go to the phone lines now. Don't forget, you have options. You can send text message and WhatsApp to 0913 60430. You can call in to 0913 60410, or you can share your thoughts on Facebook or YouTube on our live broadcast there at Mainland 98.3 FM. Okay, thank you. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, Barrister Peter Oko.
Yeah, and my friend FUAD. How is he?
Fine, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, God bless you.
Amen, sir.
Yeah, On the two issues of focus this morning, my take on the first one, the issue of, allowing
live transmission.
Live transmission of the proceedings and the election tribunal. You see, actually, if you look at it critically, those parties that are asking that the live transmission be done, they can do that. They can make that request under the Freedom of Information Act. But it is the court that will actually decide whether to grant the request or not. It is not as of right. It's not as of right. So if they are saying that they should approach the court. But my own most concern is the safety of the judges of the tribunal, because I'm not comfortable in a situation where APC is APC led by the government is also in charge of the security of the judges. These judges, they have a life to protect, they have their family to protect, and this is a politically high-wired issue. So I think that the safety of the judges should be not depend on the federal government, APC-led federal government. That is my concern. Then the only issue of Jora Bridge, I think it has become a serious crisis. It's all part of the corruption in this country. That is Jora Bridge, Jora Lokpa. That bridge is over 30 years. By now, we should have been talking of pulling it down, building and constructing a new one, But we don't have maintenance culture. So I think that in Lagos, with the heavy traffic, that it is time the Lagos government should make it a point of duty to invite the UNDP, United Nations Development Program, to assess all the major bridges in Lagos to ensure that they have not expired their lifespan. That is my take.
Thank you very much, Barrister Peter Oku. Appreciate it. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Tony from Lagos.
All right, good morning.
Yes, my own contribution is very simple. Coming to issue of this live transmission of this proceedings, it's not going to cost us anything. The media are just there just to do it free of charge, so we're not spending anything. If I've won, I've won. There's nothing I'm hiding. So let it just go through. But unfortunately now the court, so they have to decide. But for me, I didn't see any reason for us to deny any party, this live hearing. For me, I think it's very, very okay for us to have it. The issue of the bridge is no longer news that here in this country, we don't take this serious. I watched televised of some country like that just demolished their own bridge so it can stay too long. They did a control demolition. Everybody watched it. People were even happy. I only wait for it until you kill somebody before we do. So it's no longer a news. So whatever we do in this country, I'm no longer perturbed. Because our own is that so long as we are alive and we move and come in, that is it for this country.
All right.
So thank you very much.
Thank you.
I think you should be perturbed, but you use the bridge in Lagos. Yes. In Lagos, you should be worried.
At the end of the day, everybody should be actually. Hello, good morning. Hello?
Hello. Collins from Shomolu. Good morning.
Good morning, Collins.
For me, I want it to be televised, It's quite unfortunate that those that said they fought for democracy, those that said that they love democracy, they are the real haters of democracy. If you ask many people now, they will prefer military to this democracy. Honestly, Nigeria is going down day by day.
Hello? All right, thank you very much. But I think we got his own point. He would like it to be televised. I think we got that. 0913-6000-410. That's the number to call for text messages and WhatsApp messages. You can send it to 0913-6000-430. We're also live on Facebook and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. And we have a message here on our Facebook live broadcast. We have Okure Mayo. I hope I got that correctly. Okure Mayo says, live telecast will be the best answer for all Nigerians. Bravo. Thank you very much, Okure Mayo. We appreciate. Yes, you can drop your comments live on YouTube or Facebook at Mainland 98.3 FM. Let's take some messages. I'll be back to phone calls in a bit. Well, in my own scenario, broadcasting an electoral petition live can be a way to raise awareness and encourage more people to get involved, because it's not all that can be present in court. It can also help to create an atmosphere of transparency and accountability. However, it can also be a distraction from the main purpose of the petition, and it may be difficult to ensure that the broadcast is balanced and fair. To cut short, broadcasting is good and it is bad. Good morning, Obama from Dokwemu. Thank you. Milan FM. Live coverage is the best and credible method to convince all Nigerians. Noah from Igondo. Thank you.
Short and simple.
Straight to the point. I also have good morning, Sandra and FUAD. Honestly, I think INEC and APC have skeletons in their cupboard. What is the problem with the live broadcast or tribunal proceedings? Everything should be live and direct for all Nigerians to see and confirm things themselves. Has tribunal body become an occultic group? Is there any secrets they don't want us to know? I think it's high time we sustain the trust of citizens of this country. Olami Kwasi from Ilugbo Elegba.
But Sandra, do you know that even if there's a live broadcast, people will still believe their own truths?
Anything they want to pick from it,
This is what they pick. Perception.
What about the security of the judges? That's another thing
Yeah,
that I
very
think
important,
should be looked into, because we are in an era of
gaslighting,
social media,
dragging,
bullying, all in the name of wokeness.
Sometimes they even call their family members out, their daughters, their wives, give their addresses.
In recent times, Nobel laureate Wole Soyinka has been dragged mercilessly.
They use the word drag,
on social media. You can imagine how
they even question his certificate.
How elderly judges now, because they are doing their job, go.
And then people, it's just unfortunate.
It cuts across both ways. I understand the need for transparency and all of that, but let's also look at it from the other side. Let's take one more call and finish up with text messages. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. As for me, my name is Mr. Sekome. I'm calling from Iju.
Oh, okay.
Are you?
Yes. Mr. Sekome, calling from Iju.
Are you related to Michael Zekome's son?
Are you one of the legal
team
of
No.
All right.
We are just from the same area, from Afemai.
All right.
Yes. As for me, based on security, I don't support live broadcast. Because the life of those judges very, very important. As you have earlier said, there will be torment from all angles to the family and to everybody. That broadcast is not the best. Even when Trump was taken to the court, we really saw when he went to the inside the court. But what happened inside, nobody knows. So I was definitely, as I'm supporting the issue of non-broadcast. And again, who is going to pay for the time wasted for the media to make a broadcast? Who is going to pay for the airtime? Thank you. That's my submission.
All right.
Okay. I was going to pay for the airtime.
But people are going to be happy to do it for free if it's about payment.
We have YouTube. You don't need to pay. Just
people are going
watch
to
it live.
But again, it's at the discretion of the court at the end of the day. What they decide becomes what happens.
Thank you very much. I have a message here. Let me take some. We have some comments on our Facebook Live. It's quite a lot, so I'll just quickly wrap things up. We have Alonge Benga Fabregas saying, "Good morning, crew. Live telecast is fine, but my fear is people can pass their own uninformed judgment from the broadcast and start jubilating. Also, this may endanger the lives of the judges and that of their families if they don't pass judgment to the favor of certain fans." Benga from Isolo. I also have Emmy Oboche. I fully support televised broadcast. INEC and APC should not tamper with all of us in Nigeria. Okay. Okay, I also have Moses Udeme Anthony. I wonder why things in Nigeria is always the other way rather than the court telecasting the proceedings for the whole nation to see. and possibly take part invincible, because we cannot all go to court. Even if the U.S. can telecast the issue of Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky live, why can't INEC do the same? And besides, we are not more knowledgeable than the American court. Thanks. And that's Moses. All right. Thank you very much, Moses. All right. But we have different realities, though. Just I should put that out there. Good morning, Mainland FM. Ifeanyi from Abuja. Transmitting the court proceedings live is a welcome development since it's of national interest. Everyone desires to witness how the court proceedings are going. If the judicials are the ones refusing to transmit the proceedings live, then the outcome of their judgment will be questionable. For national interest and fairness, let the court proceedings be transmitted live. Thank you. Good morning, Sandra and Mr. FUAD, for allowing Nigerians to have a say on radio. Oh, thank you. Please let Nigerians not deviate from major issues in the ongoing election tribunal. Issues like INEC refusal to provide 100% evidence on how Tinubu was declared winner is what Nigerians should be more concerned about than live broadcast. Transmission of election tribunal is not important. Nigerians should be able to prioritize issues. It should not be transmitted as it is not important. Tom from Maryland, but if you're asking question on provision of 100% evidence, how do you know it is provided if it is not broadcast live? I'm playing devil's advocate, I know, but I'm just asking here. But that's all that we can take this morning. Thank you very much to everyone who watched us live on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you to everyone who called in. Thank you to everyone who sent a message. If we're unable to take your position, we apologize sincerely. This is Mainland 98.3 FM, and for those who are joining us for the first time, this program Mainland Focus runs from 8:40 to 9:30 Mondays through Fridays. Thank you very much, FUAD SAHEED. My name still remains OMOBOLA Sandra. Coming up next is Arkview Half Hour.
98.3 FM.